Welcome to Taz Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is January something. What is making my thing look like that? I don't know what. My thing is on sideways. Today is January the 6th, 2024. We're going to be talking about AEW. Well, no, never mind. It's January the 16th, 2025. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are a little late doing AEW's results. We did get a return. We got some segments. But, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about something different that was announced today. WWE and TNA, aka NXT and TNA, just announced that they have a multi-year partnership with each other. And they said regularly their wrestlers from NXT would come to TNA, and TNA stars would come to NXT. And then they showed us a little hype video of, they're showing us when Genesis is. It's going to be this Sunday. But they have two logos. Two brand logos. They have TNA. They have Genesis in the middle. And on the bottom, they had NXT. So it looks like NXT might show up to Genesis. So now we know this is not a short-term thing. This is not a one night only for some of the wrestlers. Because when they stopped doing it for a couple of months, until Masha showed up, I thought it was over. But now now they won't be over until the multi-year contract is over. So that means we could see some of the top guys in TNA show up on NXT. And I think this is where we get history by somebody winning a different title from a different brand. Different company, I meant. So that could be like Ace Austin wins the North American title. Or some Wesley wins the X Division title and he could bring it to TNA, NXT. And defend it there. So there's a lot of big things happening, and I really want to watch Genesis this Sunday, but I know I won't have a stream for it because it's always I normally don't get this stream, so maybe I won't be able to watch it. But I want to see which NXT stars might show up on Genesis, because why would they put the NXT logo on even part of the video that they showed? They showed Genesis and NXT. Like they had the NXT theme song. Or the theme song video. NXT was in it too. So it looks like NXT stars will show up. They could, any of these guys could interrupt these TNA matches. And I'm hoping that NXT will do the same thing when they have their PLEs. They have TNA logo on theirs when they show us that. Because that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool that TNA and WWE NXT is going to be doing this. It's kind of doing the same thing with Noah, but I believe that's like a one-time thing. They only have one wrestler there, and that's I believe he's like the boss of it. And he's wrestling in NXT. There's a lot of people from WWE, not just NXT, wrestle for Noah. So Noah could be for all three brands. But TNA might just be for NXT. And I'm okay with that because there's a lot of people in NXT that needs the independent wrestling rub. Because they haven't wrestled on independent wrestling. They haven't wrestled in different crowds. Or they need the experience to have that, right? And some people, like in TNA, needs the big crowds. NXT has some big crowds. Now they're doing bigger arenas or going different cities, different countries. They're having, they could have a big audience. You don't know. And that's what TNA needs, because they haven't got a lot of big crowds. I believe they did it once, like for Slammiversary or Bound for Glory, one of those. But now there's different experiences for these wrestling companies. For NXT wrestlers, they get the experience wrestling with people that have been there for years, been in wrestling for years. And TNA guys, will have the experience to be in the top company in the WWE, that is WWE. So let's see what happens. Let's see how this year is going to go. Man, WWE's making a lot of announcements here and breaking announcements. They brought WWE to Netflix. If you're in Canada, you can watch all of their things on Netflix. I could watch live SmackDown tomorrow night on Netflix. And they're partnering with TNA. Even TNA did something crazy. They put their show on Sports Network in Canada. Oh, man. I think wrestling is getting better and better right now. I think Triple H is doing better because he knows how to do business. He's actually working with other companies. Just like AEW is doing with New Japan Pro Wrestling, WWE and TNA will do the same thing. And I believe there's going to be much more wrestlers this time, not just 1 or 3. Mostly their limit was 3 people showing up in the shows. But there could be more. Much more. Because they say it's regularly. And they could win championships. They could be in the big rivalries. So that's awesome to see. I want to see moves. I want to see the system in NXT. I want to see some NXT guys come to TNA. See what they could do, man. Like, I want to see it. I really want to see it. So AEW, let's talk about AEW. We got 2 segments. One, we got Ricochet. He didn't really say much. He got booed out of the building, but he says a picture says more than words. He showed a picture of him in blood, with Swerve Strickland's blood, where he attacked him with scissors. And then Swerve Strickland's theme song hits. Ricochet was waiting for Swerve Strickland until Prince Nana slides in the ring with a steel chair, and hits Ricochet with it and does his dance. And then Swerve Strickland comes out, and he was about to hit Ricochet with a steel chain until he ran away. And then Ricochet, they said he's a dangerous man. I don't think he's dangerous if he's running away. He ran away in the snow. And then we have Jeff Jarrett. This was a very long segment. I don't know why people like these type of segments. I just want to hurry up and end it. Because they had a casino gauntlet match and a world title match. And it didn't end at 10. It's supposed to be a 2-hour show, but you have this long freaking segment. Just for Jeff Jarrett to get bullied or get attacked with verbal things by MJF. So MJF said a whole bunch of things. He made fun of Jeff Jarrett and his personal problems and all that stuff, and about TNA. And Mr. Jeff Jarrett did the same thing with MJF, make fun of him. And then MJF says he's going to get rid of the last outlaw except for his wife. He made it more personal by saying that he's going to do, I can't say more, but he says he's going to get rid of the last outlaw. And after he talked about Jeff Jarrett's wife, Karen, Jeff Jarrett, he went off. He brawled up with MJF, but there's security guards, and Karen tried to stop Jeff Jarrett, and there's MJF using Karen Jarrett as a shield, and he ran away. He's running away from an old guy. Jeez. Yeah, you're very dangerous. Everybody you say they're dangerous, they ran. They ran from somebody. They're not really dangerous if they run. Like, MJF got a couple of punches, and then he has to use a woman as a shield, and he runs like a little baby. Yeah, he's very dangerous. I'm scared of my boots. Not really. But ladies and gentlemen, we heard that Ricochet will face Swerve Strickland like 3 weeks from now in February. I don't know why we're waiting so long. Why we're waiting that long to have this match? Everybody wants to see this match, and we're waiting for 3 weeks. Why? I have no idea why. But ladies and gentlemen, first match of the evening is the returning of Kenny Omega. Well, ladies and gentlemen, against Brian Cage, it was a pretty decent match. Kenny says he doesn't wrestle like he used to be. The guy still wrestles like crazy man. He's good in the ring. He was good. It was a year, and he hasn't wrestled. I thought he was going to have some ring rust. He had some ring rust, but he was doing good as well. But the winner of that match was Kenny Omega, and there's the Don Callis family attacking Kenny Omega, Lance Archer, Brian Cage, Kyle Fletcher. Here comes Will Ospreay coming out and trying to even the odds until Takashita and the numbers was too much. Don Callis family destroyed Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. We have a trios match. I did not know MVP is wrestling. We got Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and MVP versus Private Party and Mark Briscoe, the Hurt Syndicates. And it was an okay match. MVP wasn't that best. He wasn't the greatest. He didn't have to be in there. Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley destroyed these guys all by themselves. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and MVP after MVP pinned one of the tag team champions. And then we have Hulk versus Christian Cage. We got Taz on commentary to watch his son. And of course, he was part of the rivalry as well because Christian Cage says Taz was a deadbeat dad. Because that's what he does. He likes to make fun of people's dads. It was an okay match. I wasn't a big fan of it. It was okay. But the winner of that match was Hook by disqualification by Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian, Nick Wayne's mom, and Christian Cage were attacking him. And Shibata tried to help. But ladies and gentlemen, the person that came out to help Hook was the returning of Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe got rid of everybody. Welcome back, Samoa Joe. WWE got Penta, AEW got Kenny Omega back, and Samoa Joe got AEW got Samoa Joe back. Pretty cool, pretty good for these companies that they have their top guys back. And WWE gets Penta. That's pretty cool too. I like Penta. I met the guy live. I met him live. It was Impact Wrestling's show, One Night Stand. It was Zero Miro. That was what it was called. One night only. Zero Miro. And I got to be in the ring with Penta, take a picture with him when he was I think he was the world champion, I believe. So that was pretty cool to see. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of seeing people, we could see Josh Alexander show up on NXT because TNA and NXT partnered up. That's pretty cool too. I can't wait to see that if that happens. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Casino Gauntlet match for the women's side. Only one person made their debut, and that was Megan Bayne. I don't know who that is. But it looks like she wrestled like in Stardom, New Japan, stuff like that. People know who she is. I don't know who she is. She wrestled on AEW for a couple of years ago. I still don't know who she is. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match and going to Australia to face Mariah May for the Women's World Championship is Toni Storm. But Mariah May thinks this is a different Toni Storm because she thinks she beat Timeless Toni Storm. She did. But this is a different Toni Storm because she's kind of lost. And she thinks she never won the Women's World title. She had memory loss. So we're going to see those two go at it again. But it's going to feel like Toni Storm's first time facing Mariah May. And then we had our AEW World Championship match. We had Jon Moxley versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Jon Moxley was busted open a lot on his ear and all over his chest, on his right side of his chest. Because Power Hobbs bit the ear of Jon Moxley. He ripped an earring off the ear of Jon Moxley. And he was busted open like crazy. But the winner of that match was, and still the champion, is Jon Moxley. He wins the match, and ladies and gentlemen, there's the Blackpool Combat Club attacking Powerhouse Hobbs, and then here comes the rated FTR to make the save. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Tell me what you guys want to see between this partnership between TNA and WWE. People are saying TNA might be part of 2K25. We don't know that's going to be a thing. I don't know yet. But it is, it's real because TNA posted it on social media, and WWE posted on social media. And why would TNA put NXT logo on their poster or their video, whatever you want to call it? But ladies and gentlemen, that's all I'm going to say. Time is out. See you tomorrow for TNA results. I will watch it live. I got my stream box back. I can watch things live again. I'm happy for it. That's all I'm going to say. Time is out. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.